So, what makes Exodus special?
I think Exodus is special for multiple reasons. One of them is that we serve a population of people that the employees are connected with.
What is CTI doing that you're proud of?
We're doing a lot of new innovative things. We're dealing obviously with people who walk right off the street, right? With an assortment of different social, economic issues and mental health issues. Just today, I did an intake with an individual who was claiming, he was having suicidal thoughts, and that's the type of thing that makes it special. We deal with people on the ground. We come from a place that we understand the trauma because we have that lived experience. We identify with people who come from a carceral space. We understand homelessness. We understand dysfunctional families. We understand drug addiction. We understand mental health. And those are the traumas that seem to relive themselves in individuals.
So can you give me an example? If somebody comes in and they're looking for help, how would the intake go?
Sure. So the intake process, for the most part, is a talking piece. How you doing today? What brings you in? Primarily what we do ask people is, did you eat something today? Where did you sleep last night? Because those are concerns that most people don't ask. Having a suicidal thought today doesn't mean that they have been living a normal life, for whatever that means, right? And in fact, one time I was in court watching a guy about to get a probation violation, and he was sleeping on the train. And another agency said, well, we gave him a Metro card last week, but he didn't return to the class. And the judge said, did you hear him? He said he was sleeping in the street, sleeping on a train, and you're saying you gave him a Metro card. Like, how does that equate to providing a service? That's a disservice. We don't do that here.
So if somebody comes in and you say, hey, where did you eat? Where did you sleep? And they say, I didn't eat. So would that be your first act, is to give them food?
Absolutely. We'll walk them to the main building. We'll find, if it's early in the morning, we always have breakfast available. If it's lunchtime, we have lunch. There's always extra sandwiches around. We always give them a little something extra to walk away with. That's what we do.
And what if they are sleeping on the train? What do you do to help
We'll
them?
make immediate referrals. We can make a referral to one of the city shelters.
So when people come in to contact with you, you just don't be like, hey, how you doing? And they go back. You talk about the contract, right?
Right, the Exodus contract.
Yeah, can you talk on that?
Sure, the Exodus contract is like a holistic approach. It addresses almost all the different parts of your life. Your family, mental health, addiction, education. And we go through that process and have the conversation to see where the person needs assistance. And wherever they most need the assistance is the focal point on whatever they feel is most important to them, because that's how we grade it. It's not up to us to determine what that person's need is. It's up to them to decide what they want to address and the importance of it.
It's very important that you're doing this work in East Harlem. How does that inform the work that you're doing?
Well, I call it ground zero. Like, if you look around this community, right, you see people walking around with no shoes on. You see people walking around half dressed. What better place to provide a service than on the ground where people need it the most?
What do you think is important for people to understand about Exodus and CTI?
I don't want to sound repetitive, right? But we're on the ground. We're on the ground. We see it every day. We see the people that need the help, and we're providing the service. And we need support just like our population needs support.
Exodus for people going back into the system is a very low percentage. How does CTI help with that?
Well, it's about agency, right? We assist with agency. We provide people with opportunities and choices that sometimes they don't even know they have.
Can you talk a little bit about making decisions based on trauma and how that might lead people to go back into the system as opposed to dealing with their trauma and making decisions from a place of healing?
Well, from my perspective, you know, a lot of people don't even know where their trauma is rooted, right? These are childhood experiences, traumatic experiences. They get suppressed, and we act out in those ways, right? And if you don't know, you can't do better.
And so how does CTI help people understand their trauma and heal from it?
Well, it's all about a conversation. It's all about a dialogue. You know, once you get people to open up, you start making connections to different parts of your life, how they affected you, where poor choices were made. Sometimes the choice wasn't even yours.